Namun nanti ada pertanyaan. Ya, selesai. Terima kasih. Bapak dan Ibu, kita lanjutkan acara hari ini dengan mendengarkan laporan penyelenggaraan yang akan disampaikan langsung oleh Direktur Bina Pengantar Kerja. Kepada yang kami hormati, Ibu Dr. Nora Kartika Setianingrum, dipersilahkan.
Terima kasih, Mbak Riva. Yang terhormat, PLT Direktur Jenderal Pembinaan Penempatan Tenaga Kerja dan Perluasan Kesempatan Kerja, Ibu Dr. Hayani Rumundang MA. Yang kami hormati, Direktur ILO Indonesia and Timur Leste, Ibu Michiko Miyamoto. Yang kami hormati, Kepala SDMO BP2MI atau yang mewakili, para pejabat tinggi Pratama di lingkungan Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan, para kepala dinas yang membidangi ketenagakerjaan di provinsi maupun kabupaten kota, para undangan dan peserta pelatihan mandiri self-training pengantar kerja dalam mendukung pelayanan kepada pencari kerja secara efektif di seluruh Indonesia. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang, salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sehat untuk kita semua. Pertama-tama marilah kita ucapkan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, untuk dapat berkumpul bersama dalam keadaan sehat walafiat dalam kegiatan launching dan pembekalan pelatihan mandiri self-training pengantar kerja dalam mendukung pelayanan pencari kerja yang efektif. Ibu Dirjen, para hadirin yang berbahagia, hari ini merupakan momentum milestone pengembangan kompetensi bagi pengantar kerja yang sangat penting, yaitu adanya kerjasama antara ILO dengan Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan untuk meningkatkan kompetensi dan profesionalisme pengantar kerja melalui pelatihan mandiri atau self-training, yang merupakan komponen penting dalam mendukung peningkatan kualitas layanan kepada pencari kerja. Self-training adalah sebuah pendekatan yang memberikan kita kesempatan untuk memperoleh pengetahuan dan keterampilan yang diperlukan untuk berhasil dalam dunia kerja. Pada era informasi digital yang berkembang pesat saat ini, akses ke informasi dan sumber daya pembelajaran sangat mudah ditemukan. Kita memiliki akses ke jutaan buku, kursus online, tutorial, video, dan sumber daya lainnya yang dapat membantu kita untuk memahami berbagai aspek dunia kerja. Dalam konteks ini, self-training dapat menjadi alat yang kuat untuk meningkatkan kompetensi dan keterampilan yang dibutuhkan oleh para pencari kerja. Self-training dalam pengantar kerja tidak hanya memberikan manfaat pribadi, tetapi juga berkontribusi positif pada upaya pemberdayaan pencari kerja. Dengan kemampuan untuk memahami proses penerimaan dan tuntutan pekerjaan, mereka menjadi lebih siap untuk menghadapi tantangan dan bersaing di pasar kerja yang kompetitif. Pelatihan mandiri atau self-training pengantar kerja ini memiliki beberapa manfaat. Yang pertama adalah untuk membuka pintu bagi pengantar kerja untuk memperoleh pengetahuan dan keterampilan yang dibutuhkan dalam melakukan fungsi layanan antar kerja dengan mudah dan kapan saja. Pengantar kerja yang memiliki keterampilan self-training akan lebih mandiri dalam mempersiapkan diri untuk memberikan layanan antar kerja. Mereka dapat belajar sendiri, mengevaluasi peluang, dan beradaptasi dengan perubahan pasar kerja. Pengantar kerja dapat mengimplementasikan hasil pelatihan ini langsung di pekerjaannya dengan adanya peningkatan kompetensi dan keterampilannya. Self-training memberikan pengantar kerja percaya diri dan pemberdayaan diri untuk mengambil kendali atas masa depan mereka sendiri. Mereka memiliki kendali atas pembelajaran mereka, dengan demikian atas karir mereka. Pengantar kerja telah menjalani pelatihan mandiri, maka dapat fokus pada hal-hal yang lebih spesifik dan kompleks dengan memberikan bantuan dan dukungan. Pengantar kerja yang telah menerima pelatihan akan merasa lebih percaya diri untuk mereka yang mulai bertugas, sehingga akan merasa lebih siap. Pengantar kerja yang terlatih dengan baik akan memberikan pelayanan publik yang lebih optimal dan membantu para pengantar kerja untuk memahami isu-isu terkini yang mungkin mempengaruhi pekerjaan mereka, yaitu belajar inovasi, teknologi baru, dan lain sebagainya terkait dengan pelayanan publik. Para hadirin yang saya hormati, Ibu Dirjen yang terhormat, sejalan dengan hal tersebut, pada kesempatan ini perkenankanlah kami selaku panitia penyelenggara untuk menyampaikan laporan penyelenggaraan acara sebagai berikut. Maksud dan tujuan pelaksanaan kegiatan ini adalah meningkatnya keterampilan pengetahuan pengantar kerja dalam mengoptimalkan tugas, peran, dan fungsi layanan antar kerja. Hasil yang diharapkan adalah terwujudnya peningkatan kompetensi dan kapasitas pengantar kerja melalui penguatan digital literasi dalam konsep pelatihan mandiri, terbangunnya growth mindset, inovasi dan pembelajaran kelanjutan bagi pengantar kerja, dan terbangunnya jejaring dan penguatan kolaborasi antar pengantar kerja. Waktu pelaksanaan melalui Zoom hari ini, Kamis 19 Oktober 2023. Peserta sebanyak yang mendaftar 690 orang, tapi setelah dicek ke persyaratannya hanya diperoleh 634 orang, terdiri dari ahli pertama 254 orang, muda 341 orang, madya 38 orang, dan utama 1 orang. Narasumber berasal dari Employment and Labor Market Policy Specialist ILO Jakarta, Bapak Diego Rey. Yang kedua, Employment Services Specialist ILO Jenewa, Francois Dumora, dan Training Provider Injeus. Metodenya adalah pemaparan, diskusi, ceramah, dan demo penggunaan modul online atau LMS. Materi ini terkait dengan gambaran umum pelatihan mandiri pengantar kerja oleh ILO dan fungsi online LMS, baik struktur, akses, dan rincian teknis oleh konsultan penyediaan layanan modul online LMS. Pembiayaan bersumber dari ILO dan didukung oleh DIPA, Ditjen Bina Penta, dan PKK. Bapak Ibu sekalian yang saya hormati, Ibu Dirjen yang terhormat, kegiatan ini merupakan wujud nyata pemenuhan pengembangan kompetensi pengantar kerja yang difasilitasi oleh instansi pembina agar pengantar kerja memiliki komitmen, pemahaman, inovasi, kapasitas dalam proses pelayanan. Dalam kesempatan ini juga diharapkan komitmen, kedisiplinan, dan tanggung jawab peserta agar dapat menyelesaikan tugas ini dengan baik. Kami ucapkan terima kasih sebesar-besarnya kepada seluruh pihak, khususnya tim ILO, dan semoga kerjasama ini dapat berkelanjutan. Demikian laporan penyelenggaraan yang kami sampaikan, dan mohon dengan hormat kepada Ibu PLT Dirjen Bina Penta dan PKK untuk memberikan arahan sekaligus membuka acara secara resmi. Demikian yang bisa kami sampaikan. Atas perhatian dan berkenan Ibu, kami ucapkan terima kasih. Billahi wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, terima kasih Bu Nora selaku Direktur Bina Pengantar Kerja untuk laporan yang sudah disampaikan. Hadirin yang kami hormati, selanjutnya kita akan dengarkan bersama sambutan dan arahan sekaligus kami mohon berkenan untuk membuka acara. Kepada yang terhormat PLT Direktur Jenderal Bina Penempatan Tenaga Kerja dan Perluasan Kesempatan Kerja, Ibu Dr. Hayani Rumondang, MA, kami persilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Salam Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sehat untuk kita semua. Yang saya hormati Direktur ILO Kantor Jakarta atau Indonesia dan Timor Leste, Ibu Michiko Miyamoto, dan seluruh jajaran. Yang saya hormati Kepala SDMO BP2MI atau yang mewakili para pejabat tinggi Pratama yang hadir, para kepala dinas yang membidangi ketenagakerjaan, baik provinsi, kabupaten maupun kota yang hadir secara langsung ataupun memang diwakili, dan seluruh narasumber dari ILO dan INJU serta seluruh peserta para pengantar kerja yang saya cintai dan saya banggakan. Tentu patut kita panjatkan puji dan syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, karena acara yang sangat penting ini bisa diselenggarakan hari ini, yaitu acara pelatihan mandiri atau self-training pengantar kerja dalam mendukung pelayanan kepada pencari kerja secara efektif. Nah, tentu acara ini adalah acara yang sangat penting, seperti tadi juga sudah dilaporkan oleh Ibu Direktur Pengantar Kerja, betapa dalam tantangan masa kini dan masa depan, bahwa urusan-urusan ketenagakerjaan khususnya juga adalah bagaimana kebutuhan dari pemberi kerja atau perusahaan dan sebagainya yang mengharapkan adanya pencari kerja ataupun sesuai dengan kebutuhan ini tidak lepas dari peranan dari para pengantar kerja. Nah, tentu salam hangat saya kepada seluruh peserta, khususnya termasuk juga tentu dari perwakilan dari ILO, dan ini dihadiri juga oleh Ibu Direktur Michiko, bahwa terima kasih kami yang tidak terhingga atas dukungan terhadap kegiatan ini. Kegiatan ini diselenggarakan secara online juga melalui kanal YouTube. Bapak Ibu yang saya banggakan, tentu membahas isu yang relevan dan penting, yaitu masalah ketenagakerjaan. Ini menjadi bagian dari pembahasan yang tidak pernah selesai tentunya. Nah, oleh karena itu, sebagaimana yang disebutkan di dalam Undang-Undang Dasar Republik Indonesia tahun 1945 pada pasal 27 ayat 2, maka pemerintah salah satu menindaklanjutinya dengan mendirikan layanan ketenagakerjaan publik atau Public Employment Services atau PES, yang tujuannya untuk memfasilitasi pencocokan pekerjaan antara pencari kerja dan perusahaan yang membutuhkan pekerja untuk melakukan sebuah aktivitas jenis pekerjaan tertentu yang sudah tentunya dituangkan di dalam regulasi-regulasi, baik regulasi otonom di perusahaan itu sendiri. Dan peran kunci dari penyelenggaraan layanan ini dilakukan oleh Bapak Ibu sekalian, para pengantar kerja yang saya banggakan, bahwa ujung tombak di dalam membantu warga negara ataupun pencari kerja untuk menemukan pekerjaan yang sesuai dengan kemampuan dan keinginan para pencari kerja itu sangat memerlukan peran dari pengantar kerja. Pemerintah Indonesia sudah meratifikasi Konvensi ILO tahun 1948 atau nomor 88 tentang lembaga penempatan tenaga kerja. Konvensi ini memberikan pedoman yang penting tentang peran lembaga penempatan tenaga kerja dalam memfasilitasi pencocokan pekerjaan, menghubungkan pencari kerja dengan perusahaan yang membutuhkan pekerja. Para pengantar kerja sesuai dengan Peraturan Menteri Pendayagunaan Aparatur Negara dan Reformasi Birokrasi Nomor 1 Tahun 2022 adalah pegawai negeri sipil yang diberi tugas, tanggung jawab, dan wewenang untuk melaksanakan pelayanan antar kerja. Ini mencakup juga pelayanan penempatan tenaga kerja, perluasan kesempatan kerja, dan pengendalian tenaga kerja asing. Sebagaimana disebutkan dalam Peraturan Lembaga Administrasi Negara Nomor 10 Tahun 2018 tentang pengembangan kompetensi Indonesia. Oleh karenanya, untuk mencapai Indonesia maju tahun 2045 harus didukung oleh SDM yang unggul, termasuk ASN, dan di dalamnya dan di luar daripada itu semua sektor swasta dan masyarakat umum. Tentu tugas ini bukan hal yang mudah, namun penting dalam mewujudkan tujuan nasional kita. Oleh karena itu, Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan melalui Direktorat Jenderal Bina Penta dan PKK yang dilaksanakan oleh Direktorat Bina Pengantar Kerja melakukan aktivitas yang sekarang Bapak Ibu ikuti. Tentu ini adalah bagian kecil daripadanya. Maka Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan juga mengembangkan kompetensi pengantar kerja melalui berbagai upaya termasuk pelatihan klasik seperti pelatihan fungsional, workshop, bimbingan teknis, serta bentuk pelatihan non-klasik seperti coaching, mentoring, benchmarking, e-learning, dan komunitas belajar atau community of practice. Tentu semua ini adalah upaya pemerintah melalui Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan untuk bisa menjawab tantangan yang multidimensi. Nah, oleh karena itu Bapak Ibu, diatur di dalam Peraturan Menteri Pendayagunaan Aparatur Negara yang sudah saya sebutkan tadi di atas tahun 2023 tentang jabatan fungsional. Peraturan ini memberikan arah dan ruang kepada pejabat fungsional dalam melaksanakan tugas yang lebih agile dan dinamis. Bapak Ibu sekalian, karena pentingnya pengembangan kompetensi bagi pengantar kerja, maka Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan melalui kerjasama dengan ILO menyelenggarakan kegiatan pengembangan kompetensi dan tema pelatihan mandiri self-training pengantar kerja dalam mendukung pelayanan pencari kerja secara efektif. Sebagaimana tadi dilaporkan pula oleh Direktur Bina Pengantar Kerja, self-training atau pembelajaran mandiri adalah metode yang relevan dalam dunia modern. Tentu apa yang akan diselenggarakan hari ini dan ke depan ini adalah bagian yang penting untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Saya ingin menekankan bahwa dalam kerangka kerjasama Kementerian Ketenagakerjaan dengan kantor ILO Jakarta menyelenggarakan pengembangan kompetensi dengan metode mandiri atau self-training ini mestinya Bapak Ibu ikuti dengan sangat serius. Dan kalau memperhatikan Undang-Undang Nomor 5 Tahun 2014, pengembangan kompetensi merupakan hak setiap aparatur sipil negara yang tujuannya memastikan dan memelihara kemampuan pegawai sehingga mereka dapat memberikan kontribusi yang optimal bagi organisasi. Dan PP nomor 11 tahun 2017 juga menyebutkan bahwa pengembangan kompetensi adalah upaya untuk memenuhi kebutuhan kompetensi PNS dengan standar kompetensi jabatan dan rencana pengembangan karir. Pengembangan kompetensi ini dilakukan paling sedikit 20 jam pelajaran dalam setahun. Jadi Bapak Ibu sekalian, terlepas dari tantangan-tantangan yang kita sekarang sedang hadapi, tantangan yang akan kita hadapi ke depan, tentu saya ingin menekankan kepada Bapak Ibu sekalian, betapa pentingnya peranan Bapak Ibu para pengantar kerja dalam membantu masyarakat mencapai impian mereka untuk mendapatkan pekerjaan yang sesuai. Di banyak negara tidak ada kursus pelatihan khusus untuk profesi pengantar kerja. Dan saudara-saudara sekalian, belajar baik itu belajar mandiri dengan cara pengamatan dan pelajaran dari rekan yang lebih berpengalaman. Itulah harapan saya di tengah-tengah keterbatasan jumlah pengantar kerja sampai dengan Oktober 2023 ini 1.219 orang dengan berbagai status baik melalui in-passing, P3K, pengangkatan pertama, penyetaraan, dan perpindahan jabatan. Semua dari yang saudara-saudara miliki sekarang ini yang sangat penting adalah dalam membantu warga negara Indonesia yang menemukan pekerjaan yang sesuai dengan keahlian dan keinginan mereka. Oleh karena itu, Bapak Ibu, saya kembali mengingatkan semuanya bangga dengan peran yang Bapak Ibu jalani. Tindakan yang dilakukan berdampak pada masa depan profesional dan pribadi banyak individu yang akan menunggu nasihat-nasihat dan dukungan Bapak Ibu. Tulang punggung dari layanan ketenagakerjaan publik adalah Bapak Ibu. Oleh karena itu, bahwa apa yang kami lakukan ini tentu berharap dapat mengisi peran-peran yang baik dari Bapak Ibu sekalian. Terima kasih kepada ILO, Ibu Michiko yang sudah mendukung dan bekerja sama erat dalam penyelenggaraan pelatihan mandiri ini. Semoga ini membawa manfaat yang sangat besar, tidak hanya bagi peserta, tentu bagi institusi. Dan juga tidak hanya bagi institusi, tapi adalah bagi masyarakat atau warga negara yang dilayani dengan baik. Semoga semua kita bisa terus bekerja sama. Sekali lagi, terima kasih dan mari kita bersama-sama mengisi dan menjadikan Indonesia lebih maju dalam dunia ketenagakerjaan. Dengan mengucapkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, tentu saya buka kegiatan launching dan pembekalan pelatihan mandiri self-training pengantar kerja dalam mendukung pelayanan pencari kerja yang efektif, secara resmi saya nyatakan dibuka. Semoga Allah Subhanahu wa taala senantiasa bersama kita. Terima kasih. Wallahul muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Ibu Dr. Hayani Rumondang, MA, yang merupakan PLT Direktur Jenderal Bina Penempatan Tenaga Kerja dan Perluasan Kesempatan Kerja yang telah memberikan arahan sambutan sekaligus membuka acara secara resmi. Baik Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, sekali lagi kami menginformasikan dan mengingatkan untuk mengaktifkan fitur interpretation yang ada pada bar di bagian bawah dan kemudian pilih bahasa Indonesia. Karena selanjutnya kita akan mendengarkan sambutan dari Mr. Diego Rey as Employment and Labor Market Policy ILO Country Office for the as Employment and Labor Market Policy Directors ILO Country Office for Indonesia and Timor Leste. Kepada yang kami hormati, Mr. Diego Rey, dipersilakan.
Thank you, MC, and pleasure to be here. Just a quick note, Ibu Michiko Miyamoto, the director of our office, was with us. Unfortunately, the slight delay, we had forced her to leave, so I'm opening on her behalf. She greets all of you and welcomes this occasion. To start, let me just greet Ibu Dr. Hayani Rumondang, the Director General for the Job Placement and Expansion, Ibu Nora Kartika Setyaningram, Director of Binapenta, the Head of PP2MI, all the staff, counselors, are participants to this meeting. We are 581 presently, and possibly more on YouTube. It's very heartening to see you all here, even with a short delay. We are here today to talk a bit about the module, and Ibu Nora and Ibu Ayani emphasize the importance of this activity to develop your skills, the skills of the counselors, to generally improve the functioning of the labor market in Indonesia and to make it a more developed country. This is certainly in line with what ILO has been doing in the past. We have been supporting the employment services with other tools, with other activities. What we are launching today is another tool which will complement an already extensive portfolio. After my introduction and my greetings, you will hear about the main features and contents of the module and all the details of it. What I wish to do right now is to share some words about how we reached this point. The Indonesia Bahasa module builds on the experience of the ILOs gained in other parts of the world and from working with other public employment services. In particular, the government of Mexico, Panama, and El Salvador all entrusted ILO with similar initiatives in the recent years and allowed us to progressively refine the contents of the training module as it will be made available to you. I wish to emphasize this because having the current version of the training material results from a long process, one where substantial resources were invested and continuous refinement was targeted. We hope and believe that the current shape of the training material is reflecting your needs, while of course remaining available to upgrade the needful. The second very important thing I wish to highlight is that preparing the Bahasa version of the manual upon which the online training is based and the online module itself, and holding the in-person training which will follow, as you may hear today, and be the next step of the pedagogic process, is possible thanks to the Pro-SSCE ASEAN project, a collaboration between the International Labour Organizations and the People's Republic of China's Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security to promote South-South cooperations among Asian member states. Without that project, we will probably not be here today. We wish to thank for the endorsement and the trust given to our organization. Third, I wish to highlight once more the advantages of resorting to online training. After an initial investment, we can reach at the very low marginal cost hundreds of potential beneficiaries scattered across the Indonesian territory in an extremely efficient way. And yes, we are fully aware that an online module will not fully prepare any of you to the job expected to be performed. Yet, we think it represents a solid start to build upon, and upon which we will, as ILO and in collaboration with Binapenta and the Ministry of Manpower, build upon in the coming weeks and months. Ladies and gentlemen, before giving the floor to Francois, my colleague from the headquarters in Geneva, for the technical presentation, I would also like this chance to thank our implementing partner, from whom you will hear later on, INJUS, for the support given to the process in Indonesia and elsewhere in the world. Wishing you a great continuation. I thank you for the attention.
Thank you, Diego. I will take the floor. Ladies Director, dear colleagues, I'm very happy to be with you today. And I'm very impressed by the large number of advisors connected to this meeting today. I can see about 584 currently. I will introduce myself in few words. I have been working at the ILO in Geneva for 3 years in the unit in charge of supporting employment services around the world. And I am focal point for career guidance. And before the ILO, I worked for 29 years at Pôle emploi, which is a French public employment service. So my experience is from these very operational years in Pôle emploi. As you know, we live in a constantly changing world of work. Technological and digital developments, demographic developments, the climate crisis, health, social, and economic crisis have a significant impact on the evolution of profession and professional sectors. And now, currently, it's very complicated today for workers, also for job seekers and businesses, to understand this development in the labor market. So we can say, in this context, employment services are more and more essential to a country's economy, and in particular, for the most vulnerable groups. So, your role as an employment advisor is extremely important. I think you can be proud of the role you play in the society. So today we would like to present you the system training you will have the benefit. The objective of the training system that we are going to present to you is to strengthen your already acquired skills as an employment advisor. The training system that we are presenting to you today is based on 4 pillars. First, a handbook. Second, an online training tool system. Third pillar, a face-to-face training of trainers. And the fourth pillar is a face-to-face training program throughout the country by the trainers who will be already trained in December. This diagram that I presented to you describes this device. So I will give some explanation about the system, and then I will give the floor to Ingeus with our provider. So the four pillars, the handbook, the online training tools, and face-to-face training of trainers, and face-to-face session in the country. About the handbook, as you can see, you will have the opportunity, all of you, to have access to this handbook in Bahasa, of course. And this handbook, you will be able to use it before, during, and after the training. This handbook, I hope, will be very useful for you to understand the content of the online training, but also to support you during weeks, months, and perhaps years during your career as employment advisors. In this handbook, we have three parts. The first one is conceptual, with elements about the context, the theories on the world of work. The first chapter is about the future of work. The second is about the position of the individual, of the people in front of an employment situation. The third part is about how to support the professional integration of people. And the fourth chapter is about the job of employment advisor over the world. The second part of the book is about the services for job seekers and the articulation of different services of job seekers in an employment agency. Then we have a chapter about the diagnostic interview. All of you are employment advisors, and you know that the diagnostic interview, the first interview, is a very important point, very important moment to support job seekers, to support job seekers. Then we have one chapter about the individual personalized support for some of the job seekers, perhaps the most vulnerable people. Then we have two chapters about how to support the choice of a profession. It's about career guidance, how to support the choice of a profession, and one about how to support in the organization of the job search. And at the final, the third part of the handbook is about the context, how to work with companies. Of course, that is also one very important part, and how to work also with partnership. When you work in your job center, of course, you have many partners around you in charge of several topics, and it's very important for you as an employment advisor to know these partners and to know how to work in good relation, in good complementarity with them. So all these topics will be in this handbook, and you will be able to read it before, during, and after the training. And what is important is to know that the online self-training tool that you will have the benefit in the next weeks is built in link, of course, with the handbook. There are a lot of relation, a lot of topic. We are in a good connection with the handbook. So it's very important to you when you will have the benefit on the online self-training tool to read also the same topic in the handbook during the training. Now I would like to talk about the step of face-to-face training. We will propose after the online training tool, we will propose a face-to-face training for training of trainers. So some of you will have the benefit, will have the opportunity to go in this training of trainers. And the objective of this training of trainers is to provide the country context specific knowledge and to deepen the key notion essential to the professional practice. This face-to-face training is also the opportunity, of course, to discuss with you and to clarify from the guide and clarify some elements you saw during the online self-training support. This face-to-face training and training of trainers, of course, will be with a reduced group. But after, we will have the opportunity to organize with Binapenta the demultiplication of this face-to-face training in all the country. Because the participant will have the mission to multiplying the content among their colleagues, among all of you, during the weeks and the months after the training. Now I give you the floor again to Diego.
Thank you, Francois. So I'm wearing my hat of employment specialist for the Jakarta office. We are going through 3 phases: the online training, which is based on the handbook, the completion of the online training, and then the face-to-face training for selected group of you who will then become the trainers in all the provinces and districts. This further training will happen in 2024 from your end. Still, we are discussing with Binapenta about potential follow-up, and the rollout at the local level is one of the activities. We would not just like to roll out, but also to monitor how this is going, whether it is smooth, whether there is some further support that can be provided. We might have some refresher sessions for the people that will attend the online training after, the in-person training after the online training is completed. We might even think about replicating the online training at some point next year or in 2025. We know there is turnover in the staff of the ministry. And last, we have been tentatively discussing with the employment services of the People's Republic of China and of Malaysia about some knowledge exchange activities to be shaped. This is where we stand right now, and of course we can answer any question. Of this session today is to go into the training manual, into the online training platform and show you how it will work, how it's going to work. I'll give the floor to the MC to introduce the next speaker. Thank you.
Baik, terima kasih kepada François Dumora, Technical Officer Employment Services ILO Geneva Headquarter, dan juga Diego Rey, Employment and Labor Market Policy Specialist Director ILO Country Office for the Indonesia and Timor-Leste untuk materi yang sudah disampaikan. Semoga ini dapat memberikan informasi ataupun gambaran umum terkait pelatihan mandiri pengantar kerja ini. Dan selanjutnya kita masuk ke sesi berikutnya, yaitu penjelasan terkait modul online LMS yang berisi struktur akses dan rincian teknis, dan sesi ini akan disampaikan oleh perwakilan dari Injes. Kepada perwakilan Injes, dipersilakan.
Sorry, there is a question from Mr. Muti. Maybe should we take it now or later?
Kita akan masuk ke sesi tanya jawab nanti setelah semua presentasinya selesai. Seperti itu. Baik, silakan kepada perwakilan dari Injes untuk dapat memberikan penjelasan terkait modul online yang berisi struktur akses dan rincian teknis. Dipersilakan perwakilan Injes.
Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for taking this space to hear us, to take like 1 hour of your lives or your busy calendars to just can hear about the training course and prepare your time for starting the training course next week. So thank you all. First of all, I am Camila Ranaga. I am from Injos, Spain. I am going to show you the models that you are going through the next weeks. And here is also my colleague, Camila Borges, who is going to show you how the platform works and everything you can need during these next weeks. So if it's okay for you, we are going to start. First of all, I would like to continue what Francois was telling, that the training course is totally aligned with the handbook of the ILO. Okay, so you are going to find all of the contents that seems like in some way they are like an extension of the handbook of the ILO. So this is the first and most important part. Then these are the 7 models that you are going to find. The first model, as you can see, is welcome, or it's called onboarding. This model is just about context, okay? So it is going to help us to context the training course. This is a space so you can learn about the ILO and to identify the main activities that the public employment services are giving right now in all the world, I mean international, right? So in the second model, you are going to find the role and core competencies of the consultant, what it means. Here is where we are going to talk about the conciliars, right? We are going to talk about their activities, their main competences, competences in the way of technical competences, but also soft skills, you know. And we are going to talk about the daily work of a conciliar. Then we have the third model, in which we are going to talk about job search. In the job search, we are going to go through all of the interview, the first interviews that you are going to have with the people you are going to support, you know. So in this way, we are going to go through all of the methodological work that we are going to learn And we're going to define all of the different phases of the intervention in the time when we are going to attend different users, and we are going to give a special attention to the interview of analysis and diagnosis. These are one of the most important interview in which we try to identify what are the needs of the people we are going to support and what's the most important part of work with them so they can find a job. Then we are going to have the fourth model. This is the recruitment interview. And here we are going to work with the main interview in which they go with the company, you know, like the third model, we are going to talk about all of the spaces that you are going to have and support with the people. And the fourth is more about how they are going with the company, right? Then we have the fifth model, the second self-employment model. In this model, we are going to work and try to teach you about all of the people that want to create a company, that want to be entrepreneurs. And in this way, we are going to work to talk about how you can help them, how you can give them some tools so they can support in not just your service, but other services that can help them to develop this idea of company or this idea of business. Then we have the service to employers. This is this is a model in which we are going to talk about how your service can help some companies in some way, like a recruitment service, in the sense that you have some people that you are supporting, that you know their profiles, that you know that they are wanting to find a job and they have all of these competences and all of this experience in some cases, and how you can make like the match between that people and the companies. That's the sixth model. And then we have the seventh model, that's about digital autonomy. This model talks about and teach you about in one hand you are going to learn what kind of tools in the digital area you can use in your day-by-day work, and that are going to support you or help you to make a better work. And for the other hand, this is a model in which you are going to talk about or teach about what are the tools that you can use for the people to learn about digital autonomy, because as you know, these are one of the most important things in the today practices at work. So it's like for you in your daily work, but it's also for the people you support in how they can learn about digital autonomy and they can go more prepared for their new jobs. Then I would like to show you the structure of all of the models. These are the general structure. You are going to find all of the models in the same way. I mean, we are going to find all of the models with the same parts. So what are you going to find? The first part of the models is the introduction. So you are going to find a really short introduction of the model, and you are going to have the main objectives that you are going to work. Then we have the index. The index is where you can find just the topics you are going to learn. And then we have the theoretical content. This is the most important part, because in the theoretical content, you are going to find the main content of the model. There you are going to find all of the theoretical aspects related to the model, to the topic of the model. These are like the most long part. And then you're going to have a quiz or a short test. This is a test in which you can see if you are learning as it's supposed to, or you have that knowledge, or if you if for you it's better to go again for the theoretical content and then go back to the quiz or the test. Then we have the practice, the activities, and the practical quizzes. This part, in these activities and the practical quizzes, you are going to make like a short test. There are like 4 or 5 tests in each module, but you're going to do it while you play. You know, it's not like the typical test in which you have a question and you have 3 or 4 answers and you just click, but it's about you playing with the course, in which you are going to find some different videos, you are going to find some different activities, and maybe you are going to select, or you are going to it's more interactive, for saying it in another way. Then you are going to have the summary. In the summary, you are going to have all of the topics that you have seen in the theoretical content, but here you are going to find it more quickly, and you are going to find exactly the main things that you should remember. Then we have the glossary, in which you are going to find the main words and the meaning. And then finally, you are going to find the final test. Okay, so in the final test, this is the test that really are going to give you like a grade. In this way, you are going to find 10 or 11 or 12 in 10 to 12 questions, in which you are going to be asked for the theoretical content of the module. This is for each module. Then you're going to have another test at the final part of the training course, that it's all about all of modules, the 7 modules. But now this in each module is just about that module. And that's what you are going to find. You're going to find this exactly a structure for all of the modules. Then I would like you to, just for ending, you are giving you some another aspects that you are going to find. This is a point where my colleague is going to go deeper, but as you know, we are going to be working with a virtual training platform. This is a virtual space in which you are going to find the course, the training course. It's really easy for using. But if you have any question, it's really important that you know that we are going to be there to answer anything. Then we are going to have, as I told you before, we are going to have like in each module a part in that you have like quickly quizzes that have different challenges, questionnaires, self-evaluation tests, but they are like quickly, as I told you before, and also they are like some, like you are going to play with the platform for this part of each module. Then it's important that you know that you are going to find a lot of videos in the training course. Some of them are short videos, and other ones are animated videos. And then we have like the whiteboard videos that are more for the history parts or the context parts. Si quieres pasar esto como más rápido, Cami. This is like the explain of everything. And that's it. That's the most important part I wanted you to know. Then I give the word to my colleague Camila Borges. She's going to explain you the platform that is one of the most important parts of the course, because if you pay attention to this part. This is going to give you like a lot of information for you to go in autonomy. Also, it's really important for us to tell you that you are going to have like a short guide on how to go through the platform and the main things or main questions we have been asked before, or the main things that you could have questions about. So today or tomorrow morning, you are going to find this document so you can go Monday more secure and with more autonomy. If you have any question, you just can ask you about with the WhatsApp group that it's going to be explained more later. Así que Cami, si quieres seguir. Cami, ¿me escuchas? ¿Puedes hablar?
Bagaimana? Apakah ada penjelasan lanjutan dari Injes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think we are
Baik,
having a
silakan.
technical problem. So, Cami, ¿nos escuchas? ¿Puedes hablar? I think we have some technical problems. So while she is reconnecting, I think I am going to explain you the first parts of the platform. This is the platform that you are going to find when you go to the link that we are going to send it to you. And this is the way you are going to find it and you are going to see it, right? Here, these parts are going to be all in English, so don't worry about that. These are Spanish just for the example, but there you can find all of the part of the user and the password. This is like a typical platform or typical website or typical web in which they ask you to register.
Hello?
Now we can hear you.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't worry about that. She's my colleague, Camila, so she's going to explain you better this part than me.
Okay. Hi, I'm Camila. I'm the other Camila, and I'm a part of Injos Spain, and I'm going to guide you and accompany you during the training. Like Camila said, we are going to see like the important things of the platforms. To access to the platform, you will need a link, a user ID, and the password, and these logins will be sent by mail to all the participants so you can access to the platform. In this mail, you will find first the welcoming, then you will find the link to access to the platform, the username, the password, and some advices do you need to access to the platform. So now we are going to see the access to the platform. So when you enter to the platform, you are going to put your password and your username that will send you to your email. And the first thing you're going to see is this personal space, like with your name and all personal user. So you're going to click here, that is the training course. And you're going to see like the home page. The most important elements first are the content, that in the content you will see like all the module, exercise, evaluation, and all that you need to do the training. So if we click here, you are going to see all the modules. This is an example, but when you enter to your training, you will see the 7 modules that my friend told you. So here, if you...
Just wanted to tell you, I think on Monday, as we have different weeks in which we are going through the training course, on Monday, you are going to find module 1 and module 2. And when you go to module 1 and module 2, it is going to appear the 3rd one and the 4th one. Okay, so don't worry if you just find here the 1 and the 2, okay? It's going to be just those 2 because module 1 is really short, so you are going through it really quickly, and you have the second module that it has more content, more theoretical content, so it's going to take you more time. Okay, so when you go through module 2, it is going to appear the 3rd one. Okay, so don't worry if you don't see the 7 modules at once.
Yes. So here you can see all content of the module. So you can put next, and you have to see the videos and all the content that have the modules. If you want to see the index of the module, here in the 3 lines up, there's going to appear all the index of the module, like the introduction, the index, the content, the theory part. And you will see that in some topics you have a padlock. That this means that you will have to complete all the course in order to continue. If you want to return to the index of the modules, you have only to click this red arrow and you will be in the module. The other important element that you will need is the news. Here in the academic news, we are going to put you important announcements, some recommendations for the training, and you could find an infographic or an image with frequently asked questions about the training. So these are the 2 most important things that you need to enter to the course and to start your training. Only the content part with the syllabus and the news. Then we have some important things to know or to remember about the platform. The first one is that sometimes the platform tends to take longer on mobiles, so don't worry if you have to enter with the mobile. The other is that you may find that some videos take a while to download, so don't worry, it is normal. Another is that if you have any technical question or problems that say, Camila, with the course login, or you can communicate via WhatsApp, that will be designated as help desk. And the other is, if at any time the course content does not load on the page, try changing the browser or refreshing the page. So these things will help you to continue the training. So these are the most important things that you need to begin the training.
Thank you. Thank you, Cami. I think that these are the main things. As you can see, it's a really easygoing platform. It doesn't matter the question. If you have any question, you can ask us. We're going to be with you, helping you. So the platform, or knowing how to go through the platform, it's not going to be a problem during your training course. So that's the main information. As I told you before, we are going to send you a guide, a short guide, so you can enter on Monday easier. But if you have any question again, you have our support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Baik, kalau begitu terima kasih untuk duo Camila ya. Di sini ada Camila Arangga Hernandez dan Camila Bahorkes. Kalau salah, mohon maaf untuk spellnya. Mereka adalah perwakilan dari Injas dan sudah menjelaskan terkait modul online LMS yang sudah disampaikan. Semoga ini bisa menambah pemahaman kita terkait dengan modul online ini dan sebagai bekal ya untuk nanti kalau ada pelatihan seperti itu Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Selanjutnya kita akan masuk pada sesi penjelasan koordinasi pelaksanaan melalui WhatsApp Group dan sesi ini akan disampaikan oleh perwakilan dari Direktorat Bina Pengantar Kerja. Kepada Ibu Intan Priyandini, kami persilahkan. Mbak Intan. Mbak Intan ataupun perwakilan dari Direktorat Bina Pengantar Kerja yang akan menyampaikan terkait koordinasi pelaksanaan melalui WhatsApp Group bisa dimulai.
Mbak Intan.
Ya, baik. Pakai akunnya Mbak Indah ya sebentar. Jadi terima kasih Bapak Ibu atas kehadirannya hari ini dan terima kasih dari tim ILO maupun Injus yang sudah menjelaskan terkait dengan bagaimana kita akan melaksanakan pelatihan mandiri bagi pengantar kerja. Nah, ini hal yang baru ya mungkin dan teman-teman juga sangat antusias sekali. Jadi semalam itu kita sudah mendapatkan data sekitar 690. Tapi sampai hari ini masih banyak yang menanyakan dan ingin masuk ikut ke pelatihan. Jadi mungkin untuk teman-teman yang belum masuk dan namanya sudah masuk di list 634, nanti bisa menghubungi admin ya. Jadi kita itu dalam berkoordinasi nanti kita punya nomor admin. Mungkin saya sebutkan ya nomor adminnya. Teman-teman mungkin sudah nanti admin akan mengundang teman-teman yang belum masuk ke dalam grup yang kita jadikan sebagai sarana koordinasi untuk pelaksanaan self training ini. Jadi kita atau ini Bapak Ibu di sini nanti boleh memberitahukan kalau memang listnya kan sudah di-share oleh panitia. Nama-nama teman-teman yang masuk di grup 1 maupun di grup 2. Nah, kemudian akan kita undang. Jadi kita pecah menjadi 2 grup ya, Bapak Ibu. Jadi pemecahan ini pun tidak ada arti, maksudnya ini karena hanya untuk memudahkan, karena kita tahu kapasitas kapasitas WhatsApp itu kan hanya sekitar 520-an ya. Nah, untuk itu kita jadikan 2 grup, ada grup self training pengantar kerja 1 dan self training pengantar kerja 2. Nah, untuk koordinasi di grup ini hanya admin yang bisa mengirimkan untuk sementara ini sampai nanti kita sudah benar jelas bagaimana cara kita mengakses dari platform yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Injus. Takutnya kalau ternyata kita buka, nanti Bapak Ibu terlalu banyak komen gitu kan. Nah, nanti informasi-informasi yang penting malah nanti akan tertutup. Jadi untuk sekali lagi Bapak Ibu yang memang belum masuk ke dalam pelatihan atau grup pelatihan self training 1 maupun 2, nanti silahkan menghubungi admin Bina Pengantar Kerja dan di grup tersebut akan ada 2 admin dari Kemenaker atau dari Bina Penta dan satu lagi admin dari ILO. Nah, kalau Bapak Ibu mungkin ada pertanyaan yang ingin ditanyakan dan mendesak, boleh dihubungi adminnya. Nanti admin akan memberikan respon dan akan menjawabnya di grup. Kalau memang pertanyaannya dibutuhkan atau untuk orang lain itu memahami juga atau pertanyaannya sebenarnya pertanyaan yang harusnya diketahui oleh teman-teman yang lain seperti itu. Kalau informasi yang diberikan admin menurut Bapak Ibu masih kurang cukup. Jadi untuk sementara ya Bapak Ibu ya, adminnya kita tutup karena takut nanti terlalu bising seperti itu. Dan juga kalau Bapak Ibu ada pertanyaan, untuk sementara langsung hubungi adminnya. Nanti kalau admin merasa itu pertanyaan yang harus diketahui teman-teman yang lain atau peserta yang lain, maka akan kita akan kita taruh pertanyaan itu dan kita jawab pertanyaannya di WA. Mungkin kalau dari saya untuk penggunaan WA Group, sementara itu ya Mbak ya, Mbak. Jadi nanti kita akan menyampaikan informasi yang kita dapat dari ILO maupun Injus melalui grup set training pengantar kerja 1 dan 2. Jadi mohon Bapak Ibu yang belum masuk untuk segera menghubungi admin dan akan kita undang ke grup tersebut. Jadi saya mungkin seperti itu Mbak Reva, terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak Indah untuk penjelasannya. Bapak dan Ibu, kita masuk ke sesi diskusi. Jika masih ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang belum jelas, akan kita jawab di sesi diskusi ini. Oke, bagaimana panitia? Apakah sudah kita terima untuk pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang bisa dibacakan? Atau di tangan saya sudah ada 2 pertanyaan ya yang sudah disampaikan oleh panitia. Pertanyaan pertama dari Jumriyati SE Kabupaten Goa. Ini pertanyaan mungkin nggak apa-apa kalau out of topic ya. Ini apa strategi sebagai pengantar kerja yang baru agar layanan yang kita berikan kepada pencaker agar berminat dengan lowongan yang ada? Ini mungkin satu-satu ya, jadi satu pertanyaan bisa dijawab terlebih dahulu dengan narasumber. Dipersilakan mungkin narasumber yang akan menjawab dari ini perwakilan Bina Pengantar Kerja sepertinya ya.
Well, if I may, in the meantime, just to clarify, this module provides some introduction and some practical tips on many topics, including how to steer the interest of users. The users might be the job seekers or the employers. Of course, it does not provide all the answers. The answers can be discussed in 2 specific situations. One is the Friday sessions, the doubt sessions. We can elaborate on the contents. We can propose good practices, etc. And the second one is during the offline training, which will happen afterward. There we will dig a bit deeper into this kind of practical issues and how to address. Still, the module itself is cannot answer everything. Thanks.
Baik, bagaimana ini Bina Pengantar Kerja? Apakah kita lanjut ke pertanyaan berikutnya ya, yang mungkin bisa lebih nyambung? Pertanyaan berikutnya datang dari Samuel Tunda dari Dinas Koperasi UKM dan Tenaga Kerja Kabupaten Manggarai NTT. Pertanyaannya, apakah disiapkan modul dalam bahasa Indonesia? Dan pertanyaan ini ditujukan kepada Kamila Aranaga. Kepada Kamila Aranaga ataupun Bina Pengantar Kerja bisa menjawab.
Yes. Yes, my college Camila has a problem, but I'm going to be here to attend the questions.
Yeah, the module is in Bahasa, Indonesia, and there was the other question asked about the English version. Now, the English version is not yet available. Let's put it this way. Leaving that aside, it's not only a matter of having an English version ready. Because the module itself is its contents, but there is a whole architecture linked to it, which means registering the user, seeing their performance, monitoring their performance, etc. So it's the version which will be available is in Bahasa, and it's on the platform, and it's the contents of the module, but also the accessory services. For what concerns the English version, I put the link in the chat. There is the manual, which is available, and you can look at it anytime. It's freely available, as it will be the Bahasa one.
Ya, baik. Terima kasih, Kamila. Pertanyaan berikutnya, semoga yang tadi sudah terjawab ya, dari Bapak Samuel Tunda. Jadi ada bahasa Indonesianya seperti itu. Selanjutnya nih ada pertanyaan dari BPVP Kendari atas nama Nuriksan, pengantar kerja pertama. Cara login aplikasinya bagaimana ya? Ini mungkin bisa dijawab oleh Injes. Dipersilakan.
Yes, I say you will find your logins, your password, the username, and the link of the platform in the email that's going to be sent to all participants, and you will have it on Monday, or I think like on Friday or Monday. And you will have all the link and all the access to enter the platform.
Baik, terima kasih Kamila. Untuk pertanyaan selanjutnya dari Sakri Warastromo di Snaker Sleman. Apakah pelatihan ini bersejaka internasional, maksudnya berlaku seluruh negara di Indonesia? Dan apakah pelatihan ini memiliki keunggulan dibanding pelatihan mandiri lain yang pernah diadakan oleh Kemnaker? Dan apakah ada bukti data atau riset tentang keberhasilan pelatihan mandiri ini? Bisa dijawab oleh Diego atau François? Dipersilakan.
Yeah, I think we discussed this with Binapenta. We can issue a certificate. The value, I mean, I think it can be a joint certificate. Binapenta ILO is not a formal education. It's on the job training. Speaking about technical terms, of course, the certificates might be acknowledged or valued in different ways depending on where you present it. But we can issue a certificate, of course, to those who go through the full module and complete it successfully.
Baik, terima kasih. Ini ada selanjutnya ada pertanyaan dari Elfrida Tambun di Snakerin Labuhan Batu Utara. Apa saja syarat penilaian pada pelatihan mandiri ini agar bisa ikut ke Jakarta nantinya? Dan pertanyaan ini ditujukan kepada Diego Rey. Dipersilakan.
Thanks. Intan, I don't know if you provided any information on this, but for the time being, the following will apply. We are going to see, first and foremost, who completes the course, your scores, because you have tests at the end of each module and at the end of the 7 modules. So that will be the #1 criteria. The second one will be attendance to the doubt sessions. We encourage everybody to attend the sessions on Fridays at 1 p.m. Jakarta time. Those sessions will elaborate on the contents of the module, and we really wish everybody can attend. This is attendance of the sessions is not mandatory. It's strongly encouraged. And one of the reasons why it's strongly encouraged is because that will help qualify for the offline or the in-person training to be held in Jakarta. Then I need to emphasize that for the in-person training, we are resource constrained. So we cannot host 550 people. We are targeting between 30 and 40 people. That's so between 30 and 40 of you, of those who completed it, who successfully complete the course, will be invited. We also will probably warrant some geographical diversity. There is no clear criteria on this. We will discuss with Binapenta, but the bottom line is we cannot have 40 people from Jakarta come into the in-person training. We are doing this to ensure that the whole country is represented, and that the rollout of the trainings, which will happen in 2024, can cover different districts and provinces. This will have to be warranted in the best possible way, and we will see also. It will depends on the results of the scoring, on who passes the test, etc., etc. But if it's in economics, we say everything else being equal, we will guarantee geographical diversity.
Baik, terima kasih sekali lagi. Ini ada pertanyaan masih ke Diego. Kalau sudah pernah ikut pelatihan online di platform ITC ILO dan menggunakan platform yang sama, apakah harus membuat akun baru? Dari Yudo dari Kemenaker. Dipersilakan, Diego Rey.
I don't understand it either, but just to reiterate what Camila was mentioning, you will register with your email. You will receive the user details, a username, and then a link to register yourself. That will be it. Once you register, you will stick to those credentials for the whole duration for the full 4 weeks. And we will be able to see exactly who completes the modules, the time you spend on each module, whether or not you attend the doubt sessions on Fridays, etc.
If I may, Diego, to complete, perhaps we could say that you will have 7 modules in 4 weeks. Each module is about 1 hour or 1.5 hours walks. Not the first module, it's a very little module, but all the others are about 1 hour or 1.5 hours walk. So you will have to organize your time, you will have to organize your work during these 4 weeks to do each of the 7 modules. And at the end of each module, you will have a quiz to be sure about your understanding. And at the end of the 7 modules, you will have a test. So, of course, each of you have to do, if possible, and it's better, all the 7 modules to be able to have all the knowledge and all the skills of this training. Perhaps, Diego, you could explain more the Friday support session?
Yeah. Thanks, Francois. So we have 4 weeks starting on Monday, the 23rd of October. During the first week, there will be, I think, 2 modules or 3. During the second week, there will be either 2 or another one, and so forth. Each week we will have some dedicated modules, and the workload is going to be homogeneous. It's not that 1 week you will have to work more and 1 week you will have to work less. It's going to be the same amount of work per week during the next 4 weeks. Every Friday, we will organize a Zoom meeting to go over the modules of the week. So next week, the week that starts on October 23rd and concludes on October 27th, we will have a session on October 27th at 1 p.m. on the first 2 modules or 3 modules. I'm sorry, I'm not fully certain how we broke it down. in any case, the important thing is every Friday we will have these sessions, and the idea is that everybody who attends the sessions on Fridays will have completed the module, or at least will have gone through the module. So if there is any aspect to be further investigated, any question, any doubt, anything that you wish to discuss with us, either with headquarter Binapenta, but also between yourself, that is the moment. And for instance, there was the question about how to engage job seekers to become customers, how to steer their interest. This is something that we can definitely discuss during those Friday sessions. I think it's going to be during the second doubt session on 3rd of November.
Baik, kemudian ada pertanyaan dari Delina Asriani, Dinas Tenaga Kerja dan Perindustrian Kabupaten Karimun, Provinsi Kepulauan Riau. Do every training participant required to take part in DAP session via Zoom meeting, which will be held every Friday at 13? Does the work introduction who will be invited to take part in face-to-face training, which will be carried out offline in Jakarta, must speak English effectively and passively, or active or passively? Thank for Digore.
I'm sorry, Hassan.
Do every training participant required to take part in DAP session via Zoom meeting? Jadi apakah setiap hari Jumat ini diwajibkan untuk mengikuti acara tersebut pada pukul 13? Dan apakah nantinya ada nanti pertemuan secara offline di Jakarta? Dan apakah saat pertemuan itu nanti akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris yang aktif atau bisa pasif seperti itu?
Thanks. So the Friday sessions are not mandatory. They are strongly encouraged. They're strongly encouraged as a way to clarify any doubts, but also to show your commitment. And the reason to show you, one of the reasons to show your commitment is to qualify for the offline session in Jakarta, right? The ones who perform best in the online training by answering the quiz, by answering the final test, and also attend the Friday sessions will be amongst the candidates that will be invited to Jakarta. This is the one thing. The Friday sessions will work simultaneously as we are doing right now. They're going to be online. We're going to have an interpreter, and it's not ideal, but we will try to cope. Also, on the Friday sessions, we can also answer, if any, the questions that pop up in the WhatsApp group. If you have a question and it's in the WhatsApp group and there is no answer, or it's best addressed during the Friday sessions rather than by typing long chat messages, we will answer those during the Friday sessions.
Baik, ini ada lagi pertanyaan dari Esmet Pahlevi Kantiago dari Oku Selatan. Apakah bisa sesi evaluasi setiap hari Jumat ini diadakan sebelum atau sesudah sholat Jumat? Kalau seandainya jam 13 rasanya waktunya kurang pas, jadi bisa diundur pada pukul 14 waktu Indonesia Barat. Ya, dipersilahkan.
Thanks. Well, first of all, apologies. we discussed with the colleagues at the headquarters, but we are flexible. Intan, any suggestion with this regard?
Izin ingin menyampaikan terkait jadwal yang di hari Jumat. Ya, di jam 1 itu sebenarnya juga itu fleksibel dalam artian kita mulai di jam 1. Jadi bagi teman-teman yang nanti bisa bergabung setelahnya itu kan masih dimungkinkan untuk bisa join gitu. Jadi artinya kita juga memperhatikan kondisi waktu di teman-teman di waktu Indonesia Tengah maupun Indonesia Timur. Jadi kalau kita terlalu sore juga kasihan untuk teman-teman yang jangka waktu jaraknya juga lebih lama daripada waktu Indonesia Barat. Jadi artinya silahkan Bapak Ibu jika ada keperluan belum bisa bergabung di jam 1 tapi bisa menyusul setelahnya itu masih dimungkinkan. Ya, terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih. Ini ada 2 pertanyaan kepada Diego kembali. Jadi dalam setiap modul apakah ada materi dan ada soal yang harus dijawab? Apakah jika tidak menyelesaikan satu modul tidak bisa masuk ke modul berikutnya? Itu dari Rasniati. Kemudian ada Ayu Trisnawati, pertanyaannya, jika kita sudah menyelesaikan modul yang pertama, kemudian kita ingin melanjutkan ke modul berikutnya, apakah modul yang sebelumnya itu akan terkunci atau kita bisa mereviewnya? Seperti itu. Dipersilakan. Diogere kembali.
Thank you. I ask Camila, do you have the answer?
Yes, you have to do in order, like module 1, 2, to unlock the others. But once you complete a module, you can review it. But you first of all have to complete like modules in order to unlock the next one.
Thank you, Camila.
Okay.
And also just to add, remember you will always have the manual available. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a problem with a question or with something of the module of the content, we will be accompanying you like in the training.
Izin Mbak Reva.
Ya, baik. Gimana
Ya.
Mbak Indah?
Ya, baik. Mau menyampaikan sedikit, ini sepertinya beberapa teman-teman mungkin masih butuh penjelasan ya. Jadi kegiatan kita ini adalah pelatihan mandiri, self-training. Artinya waktunya itu fleksibel. Jadi teman-teman bisa mengikutinya nanti ya, mempelajari modul setelah pulang jam kerja, misalnya di waktu malam, atau mungkin nanti di sore hari, atau mungkin di pagi hari sebelum ke kantor dan sebagainya. Jadi istilahnya tidak ada waktu khusus di mana kita ada pertemuan untuk belajar modul, kecuali di hari Jumat dalam yang sesi DAP session itu. Jadi mungkin bisa dipahami teman-teman, artinya ini sangat mudah, fleksibel, sehingga pasti bisa diikuti oleh semua teman-teman di sela-sela kesibukan yang ada. Seperti itu. Terima kasih, Mbak.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak Indah untuk penjelasannya. Mungkin masih pada bingung, tapi insya Allah nanti akan lebih bisa dipahami ya Bapak dan Ibu, karena ini adalah self-training, jadi bisa menyesuaikan waktu dari Bapak Ibu sekalian. Jadi kecuali di hari Jumat, seperti itu. Apakah masih ada pertanyaan? Atau kita cukupkan untuk pertanyaan?
Sorry, on this Friday, let me add, to attend the doubt session on Fridays, you do not necessarily have to have completed the module. You can just log in and attend. If you did half of the module, you can, or even if you didn't start the module, you can still attend the Friday sessions and then they go over the module and finalize later on. The two are not linked. I mean,
yeah, I think that
conceptually, but not. It's not a strict requirement.
Yeah, I think the first like a Friday session is going to be important because if you also have like doubts or questions, we can also answer there. Like if you doesn't start, or you are like in the beginning of the first module, or some questions.
Baik, semoga bisa menjawab ya Bapak dan Ibu sekalian ya. Jadi modul ini bisa dipelajari secara, ya seperti judulnya self-training, bisa dipelajari kapan saja. Namun kalau ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang ingin ditanyakan, penting ikut di acara sesi Jumat. Seperti itu Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Apakah sudah cukup untuk pertanyaan-pertanyaan, atau sudah jelas, atau masih belum jelas bahkan?
Iya, Mbak Reva menambahkan.
Silakan, Mbak.
Jadi Bapak Ibu masih ada yang nanya nih, apakah modulnya nanti di-share lewat WA group, ataukah modulnya mau di-share lewat mana? Jadi Bapak Ibu nanti bisa mempelajari modul dari platform yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Injus. Jadi nanti Bapak Ibu akan mendapatkan akun untuk login, password dan user yang Bapak Ibu gunakan untuk mengakses modul-modul yang tadi disampaikan. Jadi tidak ada modul yang di-share di WA Group. Jadi nanti Bapak Ibu langsung masuk ke platform yang tadi sudah dijelaskan ya. Dan memasuk platform itu bisa kapan aja. Terserah Bapak Ibu bisanya kapan. Mau belajar pagi boleh, sebelum jam kantor, atau malam-malam boleh, sebelum tidur itu boleh. Jadi untuk masuk platform itu dikembalikan lagi ketersediaan waktu Bapak Ibu kapan. Dan untuk yang dibaca pun tadi disampaikan Diego ya. Jadi nanti bisa ketika belum selesai baca dan masih ada hal yang diragukan, nanti bisa didiskusikan di hari Jumat.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak Indah. Semoga makin jelas ya Bapak dan Ibu ya. Kembali lagi, jadi intinya ini fleksibel, kapan Ibu Bapak punya waktu gitu ya, pagi, siang.
What you will have on the WhatsApp group is the manual. The manual we can share there via email anyway. If it's gonna be on our website, that is freely available anytime.
Ya, baik. Baik, terima kasih. Sudah cukup mungkin ya, Mbak Indah, Mbak Intan untuk pertanyaan hari ini. Nanti kalau masih ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan bisa diikuti lagi nih sesi Jumat, Bapak dan Ibu. Nanti mungkin dibagikan ya di dalam WA Group. Dan sepertinya sudah semakin sore, kita cukupkan untuk diskusi kali ini, Mbak Indah, Mbak Intan.
Ya, dicukupkan Mbak. Ya.
Dicukupkan ya. Baik. Terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu untuk semua partisipasi dan keaktifan sehingga acara hari ini tuh seru ya. Pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang belum terjawab atau masih ada di pikiran tapi belum dijawab nanti bisa disampaikan di hari Jumat besok seperti itu. Semoga apa yang sudah disampaikan oleh narasumber ini bisa bermanfaat juga untuk kita semua. Alhamdulillah acara demi acara pada sore hari ini sudah kita lewati dan kita sampai pada penghujung acara. Sekali lagi kami ucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh hadirin yang sudah hadir untuk partisipasi dan juga keaktifan pada hari ini. Dan selain itu kami juga ucapkan terima kasih untuk Ibu Hayani Rumandang selaku PLT Dirjen Bina Penta dan PKK yang sudah memberikan atau menyempatkan waktu untuk membuka acara pada hari ini. Juga tentunya pada narasumber-narasumber hebat kita pada siang hari ini. Dan juga pada panitia Bina Pengantar Kerja. Kami juga mohon maaf jika ada yang salah selama acara ini berlangsung. Saya Efektif selaku pembawa acara pamit undur diri dari hadapan Anda. Pakai lipstik biar kelihatan menarik. Rasanya menjadi seorang ratu. Wallahul muwafiq illa aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tepuk tangan untuk kita semua dan salam sehat selalu.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu sekalian.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you all panitia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Terima kasih. Tambang ko ya.
Makasih
semuanya.
On Gym Live.
Terima kasih.
Absen
Thank
dulu,
you.
absennya dia.
Izin live.
Terima kasih.
Nggak ada daftar hadir ya?
Ada
Sudah, Arya.
Bu, di scroll ke atas, scroll ke atas ada Bu.
Terlambat itu.
Enggak, Bu.
Ada daftar
Tadi
hadir ya katanya.
Enggak ada dari awal.
Ada dari awal. Ada Bu.
ya, enggak nyimak tadi.
Scroll ke atas.
Sayang.
Scroll ya.
Ya, selamat sore semua.
Ya, Tani.
Selamat sore. Ngopi sore.
Iya.
Ya, ini kopi sore
Sore.
ngantuk-ngantuk ini. Aduh, bagi dulu, Mas.
Masih cari.
Di atas nggak
Kopinya
bisa.
dibagi.
Dicari Bu ke atas Bu, di scroll ke atas.
Iya nggak ada.
Jam berapa
Sudah daftar
kelasnya?
hadir, sudah daftar hadir.
Orang ini
Mbak Indah bisa masukin daftar hadir lagi, Mbak.
Bisa dimasukin lagi.
Kirim ulang lagi yang belum daftar hadir.
orang ini Jaya.
Artinya nih panitia.
Orang yang
Ya, kita perhatikan dulu ya.
Arbangi, terima kasih Arbangi.
Kak Febri.
Tunggu daftar hadir.
Daftar hadirnya belum ketemu.
Iya. Scroll ke atas. Arbangi,
Ya.
Cawapres.
Sudah ketinggian.
Coba dari tadi yang bikin mic nih.
Mbak Yu udah.
Daftar hadirnya dikirim ulang oleh Mbak Indah.
Bilang